The Nikon Z4 is a rebellion disguised as a piece of glass and metal. For decades, the photography world has been told that if you want a professional full-frame sensor, you have to carry a heavy, bulky, and expensive brick around your neck. It was a prize locked away for those with deep pockets and big gear bags. But in 2026, Nikon is doing the unthinkable. They are taking that massive, high-end sensor and hiding it inside a device that refuses to look like a traditional camera. This isn't just another release. It's the birth of the stealth full-frame. It is an architectural uprising that signals the end of the hump and the end of the barrier between you and your art. The future of photography no longer lives in a padded bag. It lives in your jacket pocket. The buzz around the Z4 actually started years ago with cryptic patent filings. Back in 2023, sketches showed a device with almost no physical buttons and no electronic viewfinder. Many thought it was just an experiment that would never see the light of day. Fast forward to early 2026, and those designs have evolved into the most discussed leak in the entire industry. The Z4 is the physical manifestation of a stealth concept. It is designed to be the bridge between professional legacy optics and the fast-paced, screen-first workflow of the modern creator. Measuring just 63mm by 129mm, it is a full-frame beast squeezed into a body roughly the size of a tiny Nikon Z5. By deleting the viewfinder hump, Nikon has achieved a rangefinder aesthetic that is as discreet as it is beautiful. One of the most charming surprises is found right on top of the device. Nikon has included a tiny secondary status display that mimics the look of old-school film cameras. This allows you to see your vital settings at a glance without ever needing to dive into a digital menu. But don't let the retro, minimalist exterior fool you. Under the hood, the Z4 is a wolf in sheep's clothing. While it targets a budget-friendly price point of under $1,200, Nikon is not skimping on the engine. It features a refined 24.3-megapixel sensor that has been specifically optimized for thermal management. This is the sweet spot for modern shooting, providing enough detail for professional prints while keeping file sizes manageable for quick social media uploads. The real game changer, however, is the processor. The Z4 is rumored to house the EXPEED 7 processor. This is the same flagship-grade brain found in the massive Z8 and Z9 models. This means you get world-class subject detection and 3D tracking in a body that costs a fraction of the price. To hit that aggressive $1,200 price point, Nikon had to make some difficult choices. The Z4 lacks in-body image stabilization, which might seem like a deal-breaker at first, but Nikon has a clever solution. Alongside the Z4, they are launching to ultra-compact lenses with built-in vibration reduction. By moving the stabilization into the glass, they kept the camera body thin and the price even thinner. To understand why this move is so radical, you have to look at the Nikon Z5. The Z5 was a safe, traditional, and let's be honest, slightly boring camera. The Z4, the Z5's rebellious younger sibling. While the Z5 was for the traditionalist, the Z4 is for the minimalist. Nikon is no longer just selling a cheaper version of a pro camera. They are building a completely new category. This is part of a massive 2026 roadmap that proves Nikon is finally playing offense. They are segmenting the world into 3 tribes. The pros get the Z9 Mark II with cinema integration. The enthusiasts get the Z5 Mark II for that classic feel. But for the creators, the street photographers, and the travelers, the Z4 is their new home. For a long time, entry-level full-frame was a myth. You either spent $2,000 or you settled for a cropped sensor. The Z4 changes that narrative. It acknowledges a fundamental truth. The modern photographer often prefers a screen over a viewfinder and portability over a dozen physical buttons. It is for the person who wants to look like a casual tourist while capturing professional-grade dynamic range. If the rumors of a late 2026 release hold true, the message is clear. Full frame is no longer a luxury for those with big bags. It is for everyone. The camera industry is facing a question nobody expected. What if the future is bigger and more complicated, but smaller and almost invisible? For years, companies followed a formula of bigger grips and more dials. They assumed a pro camera had to look serious, but that idea is breaking. Today, millions of creators shoot entirely with screens. They frame with displays and they move constantly. They want gear to feel effortless. Nikon noticed this shift. The Z4 is their bold response. Instead of a maze of buttons, you get a clean, compact body designed to disappear into everyday life. Street photographers and vloggers already rely on rear screens. For them, speed matters more than ergonomics. The Z4 could be the best street photography tool Nikon has ever made because people behave naturally when they don't feel like a giant lens is pointed at them. Using the EXPEED 7 also unlocks AI-powered autofocus that can track eyes, animals, and vehicles with incredible precision. This makes it perfect for beginners and content creators who need to film themselves without worrying about focus. It is simple, lightweight, and unintimidating. It combines the simplicity of a smartphone with the power of a professional sensor. In my opinion, this product is a stroke of genius. For too long, the industry has ignored the smartphone generation by giving them watered-down technology in old-fashioned bodies. By putting a flagship processor and a full-frame sensor into a pocketable, screen-first design, Nikon is finally speaking the language of the modern creator. It is bold, it is risky, and it is exactly what the market needs to stay alive. It sends a message that full-frame doesn't have to be expensive or heavy. Sometimes the most revolutionary idea is simply making something smarter and easier to use. The Z4 is a statement that Nikon understands the evolving world of creativity. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the future of gear.